sorry for my tardiness, man. I had to get positioned right. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So we're gonna jump right into today's episode. I'm not gonna be here long, man. I actually want to do a video of this watch, just a regular video, but I said, you know what? I want to do it live because if anybody show up during this live, I would like to get your feedback on this particular watch that I'm about to showcase to you guys here momentarily. Today's watch, it goes to the Bernhardt. I wore this the other day, man. I'm actually I'm really feeling this timepiece, man. I'm really like it. I don't know, it's really comfortable, man. It's just, I don't know what it is about it, like how the light plays off, how the brushing is and stuff like that. It's weird, but I like it. I'm glad I got it, man. It's one of those, I don't know. When I saw it the first time, I liked it, but like it's really grown on me, man. It's like, can this be one of my top 10 favorite watches of all times? I think so. I think the color, man, everything. All right, so what's going on, Rob? How you doing, man? Hey. Bro, that, man, I have to tip my hat to you, sir. I was thinking about, I sent you the message, but I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's good work, though. That's good work. I guess that's what you do for a living or something like that. Or you were like a supply sergeant in another lifetime, because that was impressive. And I sent it over to some people, but me and you would talk. Yeah, because, yeah. Yeah. What's up, Kenny? What's going on, boy? Hey, yo, welcome in. Hey, so let's jump off into watches real quick. It's like a live review, actually, of a Milifortic timepiece that is, if you saw the thumbnail, it is a Panerai Homage, and it will be a Panerai Homage to the, not the Luminor, but the other one. I can't think of the name. That's one thing about doing lives. It's real. It's real. So let's look at the watch real quick. I'm gonna give you a quick blast of it. Boom. There you go. We're gonna flip the camera around. You guys will get a chance to see this, but I would like to get your thoughts. And if you're catching this on a replay, tell me what you think about this watch, and also what do you think about homage pieces as a whole. And so I'll give you some background on this watch. I literally watched watching James. I think that video was like 6 months old now, if I'm not mistaken. He did a video talking about the Milifortic, right? And for those that don't know, I absolutely love Panerai. As far as a luxury, higher end watch, Panerai would be one of the first watches that I would gravitate to if I was going to spend over $5,000 on something, right? I've always liked it. Blame Sylvester Stallone, whoever. I just like it, and I've actually got a chance to wear a couple of these watches. Radio mirror, boom, radio mirror. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys for being here. So I've always liked to watch, and you know what? It really doesn't matter to me. I don't have a specific model from Panerai's lineup that I would just gravitate towards specifically, because I can get a radio mirror, I get the California dial. It really don't matter as long as I got my hands on at least one at one point in my journey. But in the meantime, I've tried a number of homages, right? I'm actually even building one right now, right? It's being built. You guys will see it at one point. But this one, when I saw James do his review, this was the closest thing. I said, now that right there that's dang near spot on. Now, what I did was I left a link in the description, right? And it just goes to this particular watch, but you can go to the Milifortic website to check it out. Now, I did just a brief little dive on it. Milifortic, I was like, what is a Milifortic, right? So Mil is the military, right? And the Fortic is, what was it? Has something to do with perseverance and quality, I think, or something like that, right? But they hang their hat on giving you the most premium, right? The best finishing at the price that you're going to pay for it. And let's just jump right into the price for this piece. But you look at it right now, before you know what's in it, before you know any of the specs, This watch is $141 for the stainless. Well, both of them are stainless steel. This is 316L steel, but one has a polishing. This one has more of the antique. And if I recall, when I ordered this watch, it was $141 when I ordered it, right? And this one now is $149, and they're still delivering to America and stuff like that. But I did. How long did I wait? And I bought this watch during that whole week with the whole tariff thing, and that was my biggest fear. I said, man, this watch, I'm not even gonna get it, man, because of the whole tariff thing dropped. Because I've had it for a while, and I'm gonna tell you y'all stayed for a minute, because I'm gonna tell you the biggest con that I have about this watch so far. Keeping up with the Griffins, man. What's going on? Good morning. Homage done right, it's hard to beat. It is. I believe that. I believe that. And I have some. So, before we get into these, yeah, I'm good. This thing has a sapphire crystal, a little distortion on it, man. And I say this thing comes so close to an actual Panerai, just the look. Now, of course, I'm out in daylight. We're live. I can't do a loom shot. I will upload a loom shot for this thing. But the one thing I did not see is it's like patina. It's like a retro patina on there already. And you look at the buckle, look at the brushing. It's like they forced the patina. I like it. It's like a vintage vibe to it, even down to the crown, which I think was pretty cool. And it kind of like that crown is sort of antique, like my cons. Screw down. I've never had a watch, a mechanical. This is mechanical. You don't see a rotor or anything like that. All mechanical. And this is a Seagull movement, a 3600 Seagull movement. James actually put this on his time grapher, and it was running within like cost specifications. Which I was like, dude, that's cool. I mean, if it ran 30 seconds or whatever per day, that wouldn't bother me at all, because I got this solely just because of the look. And then look at the gradient. Look, man, that thing, matter of fact, hold on. Maybe you can get a better look. Hold on. Let's get this camera turned around, y'all. And this was the box. The cutout came out. Nothing special. Just a little foam. That's it. All right. Okay. Set that right there. Now you see it's a sandwich style. That loom on it. You got Milifortic on the front. And you got your seconds right there at the 9 o'clock. Reminiscent of a Panerai. Now you can see, once I get it focused, once you get focused, come on, focus, baby. That patina, and then look at that movement there. Decoration. And you know what I'm gonna say this, man. Anybody that's broken down or looked at a Panerai and its actual movement, it is not, some of them are not, it's just bland. So this one is a little more highly decorated than your average Panerai, which is crazy. But I'm gonna tell you what, I've worn this watch and worn it. The claim to fame for this watch, not only does it look good, but this thing is so stinking comfortable, man. 24 millimeter strap right here on these wired lugs. You see the wired lugs right there. Oh yeah, you came into focus. Now this thing is like 13.5 millimeters thick. Not a big deal. Screw it. You see how like the finishing on it. I think it's cool. It's a nice touch. But 24 millimeter straps to go on this thing, I will not change out the straps, because this leather, oh my gosh. Hold up, I gotta turn this back around, y'all. When I tell you the feel of this thing, and let me take this watch off real quick so you guys can get a good look at what it looks like on the wrist, just in case you may be considering it. But hold off, I gotta tell you my biggest con. I'm gonna tell you the biggest problem I have with this watch. Before you run off and say, you know what, I gotta go get it. Wait a minute, wait. Oh, you know the beautiful thing? This video isn't sponsored by Milifortic. They are very responsive. I did reach out to them. I didn't reach out to them on this con that I had. And I'm going to tell you why. And you guys can judge me and say, Trap, you're stupid. You should have just sent it back or whatever. But look at that, man. Oh, my gosh. I wore this out. And man, when I tell you, I was like, ooh, I had it. And it's like, it's 93 grams, the weight. It is so stinking comfortable. And I wore it, and this thing got some attention. And that's one thing, people don't wrist check like that. You know, in the public, people are not out here just like, hey man, like what kind of watch you got? But when this thing got noticed, I said, oh wow, yeah. And they was like, yo, what is that? You know, I was like, it's a close homage to the Panerai radio mirror, gradient blue dial. The loom is great. And if you look on there, you see at the 12 o'clock, the Milifortic, that does not illuminate, which I'm like thankful. They kept it so close to the original. And that's just drawn on, or written on the script, Milifortic, which in this is clean. The dial is super clean. So this thing is an A++ when it comes to the visuals for me. When it comes to the fit, that's the biggest thing. It's not like aggressive like some watches I have with the leather. As my man would say, supple. Yeah, great leather. And I will say for the price, I think I got my money's worth. Now, let's talk about the cons. Supple is the word, yeah. Nerd with swag is in the building. My man Tony Wall's in the building. Buenos dias. Happy Friday. Grupo Gamma is a brand to check out. You know what, Chris, somebody just told me that, and I looked over it. I think I knew about them already. That may be the closest thing. Now, I'm gonna have to get it. Now with me, I'm gonna tell you this. I know that some people are fortunate enough to have companies reach out to them, right, and say, hey, we want to send you this watch. I don't market my channel to where, you know, like I'm asking for the watch. And I'm gonna tell you, I have reasons why. I have my reasons why. But my reasons got solidified after talking to some of the vendors, some of these watchmakers and CEOs of these companies. I'm getting their feedback on how they feel about some of the people not doing. One thing you will never say, even if you did say, and let me say this, even if you call me a grifter on this channel, I guarantee I wouldn't really have to say anything, because there'll be people in the chat to be like, yo, you tripping. Trap, grifting? Nah, no sir. Oh, excuse me for a second. Got a runny nose like a kid. But that is a term that I've heard in the horology, in these circles of horology, in the enthusiast sector. I've heard the word grifter when that comes from a founder of a company. You would never associate that with me, and it be true. So if I like the watch, I'm going to buy it. This one I think was a great buy. And now I did pay the one watch on there is $149 now. I paid $141. I've had this watch for at least a month now, I think, or 3 weeks maybe, something like that. But okay, let's talk about my cons. Trap, have you seen Mark from Islander is buyback? Yep, we're gonna talk about that in a second. I do want to talk about that. Supple is the word, yes. So, and let me take this off one time for the one time. Who is this watch for? Right? Who is this watch for? People that absolutely love Panerai, right? They like it, but they don't want to spend the money. They don't think it's worth it. Some that say, hey, I like a bigger watch. All of my big watch, like this thing, you see how, like, I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist, and this thing has like major presence on it, right? And it's not really, 13.5 millimeters tall, and you know that's a lot of crystal too. So I imagine without the crystal, this thing is like 10 millimeters. You know what I mean? With that manual wind movement, that seagull movement, which is, again, it looks great. This thing looks amazing, man. Oh, and I'm just saying, okay. And if you need to adjust, you can. I'm looking at, let's check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Make your adjustments. if you want that thing running like 2 to 3 seconds. But I want to say that was what James's watch was running, like 2 to 3 seconds a day or something like that, which I think that's amazing. Now, my one con, you guys, all right, you guys waited long enough. When you set the time for this thing, you have to screw back, right, counterclockwise for it to pop. Yes, I do not like a screw down crown on the manual watch. Now, this watch has 100 meters of water resistance, which, you know, I'm not putting my leather in the water at all. This watch will go, when I go on vacation, it will go with me, because I think this will be a phenomenal watch to wear on the Lido deck. I mean, what? And I got the shoes to go with this thing too, and I got the hat to go with this thing too. I don't have the shirt yet, but I will have a shirt that go with this watch right here, man. Yeah, everything is gonna be dressed right. What's up, Woody? Welcome in. But I will say, for those people that like a great looking watch, I think the watch is definitely worth the $141, or it's $149 for this one now. The shipping didn't take that long. Like I said, maybe a little over a week, and it was here. I was scared because of the tariffs. I said, man, they gonna hold my watch, because I was hearing at that time so many people's products were being held up because they were like, how we gonna figure these tariff situation out? We have to add more to the customer. I paid for it, and the shipping and everything was included. And then on top of that, I expedited this one too, and I still waited a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hey. Anyway, the screw down crown was the thing that got me, but this particular watch had a problem. When I got it, when I unscrewed it, it started adjusting the time back. That's a no-go. For those that don't know watches, stuff like that, when you pop it, like right now, when I go clockwise, I'm winding it. I'll pull it out to the next position, which has 2 positions on here. Now it's time setting. Time only piece. There's no date on there, so I don't need another function. And it was like it wouldn't work. I said, what is going on? So I pushed it. I said, let me reset it. So I pushed it back in, screwed it down, went back through the whole thing, and guess what? It came back out. Hold on, y'all. Man, nose running. Forgive me. So the crown popped out, and I did like this. I was like, I'm looking at it on the floor, so I picked it up, put it back in the box, and I called a particular watch collector. I said, hey, bro, you're not gonna believe this. He said, what? I said, the crown just failed on this watch. He said, what? Then you just opened it? I said, yeah, I just opened it up, bro, and I'm, manipulating it. It popped out. Now, no thanks. Can I have some water? Yes. Thanks. There's the thing that got me. I was like, now I can send it back, and they're very responsive. Now, I did not reach back out to Milifortic to complain about this. I did not. Now, some you guys may be in the chat like, yo, Trap, why ain't you just send it back? Well, I like the watch. I was impressed with the very look of it. I was like, man, you look, those blue hands, furnace blue, the watch, I mean, the watch is amazing, in my humble opinion. And for the price, I'm like, man, I figured that if I send it back, I'm gonna have to wait a while. Maybe they got another one, they'll send it back, or they'll send me my money back. I didn't want the money back. I wanted the watch. Now I have to blame KWC for this. And KWC, when you watch this is really your fault, because you guys have spoiled me. Thank you. You guys have spoiled me to know that if I need something done for my watch, I can bring it up there, leave it with you guys for a day, come back, and granted, they're affordable. You know what I'm saying? These are watchmakers. These guys rebuild, and they're warranty makers. They do warranties for some companies, some micro brands and stuff like that. And I think a major brand too, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, they have their own watch. So I took the watch to them a week after. A week after this thing failed on me, I took it to them. It took Adam all but, I don't know, a minute to fix it. So now the watch is saved. And what do I think about the watch again? Still, outside of the screw down crown, I don't think a watch like this should have a screw down crown. I do like the, it's almost like an onion style crown, but not quite. I would like to see this without, and Milifortic, if you're watching, I would love to see this watch without the screw down function. Just make it, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a rendition of the radio mirror, and an actual like continuing that onion style. I would like to have the whole onion instead of having it flat like that. I think that, like, to me, I think that'd be dope, especially with this vintage look. That's just my personal opinion. Other than that, I think the watch is amazing. It's a great looking watch. You know, it would have been fun too, like for special models, if they tinted the crystal on the back. That'd be super dope. I don't know. I guess that's the Invicta collector in me, because I know Invicta used to do tinted crystal stuff, which I don't see anybody doing that. Invicta was ahead of their time. Hold up. I want to go back to something somebody said. Bluish green. Colorways. You know what? A seaweed green in this color. Hey, Milifortic. I tell you what. You make this watch in like a greenish color. You should have a greenish. Now, did you know that this is Milifortic is a sister brand to Baltony? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Man, the more you know, you start diving into some of these watches and get kind of nerd out. You start seeing some stuff, man. And yeah. So hold on. Let me get into the chat real quick. I do want to respect the chat. Price one. Vic did something. Woody in the building. You must be allergic to that watch. Guess you better send it to Florida. How about I attach myself and come with it? If I come with it, it's yours. Sweet midnight blue color, yeah. Hannibal, what's up, man? Here he goes again, chat. I don't know what you're talking about. East side, no, I'm the east side. I'm on Pendleton Pike. So yeah, I give you guys a good look at it. Oh, those keepers, they keeping on, boy. I'm talking about, man. It's not as aggressive, but it's good enough. Y'all see, I've been wearing it. And right there, 24 millimeters. This thing is, and it has like a sort of squeak to it, like breaking in that leather. Man, I think this watch is phenomenal. You know, and I had a bad experience. That happens in manufacturing. It is an inexpensive watch. Not making no excuses, but then here's the deal. I don't owe the company anything, because I bought this. They didn't give this to me. You know what I'm saying? And just going back to that, you know, I don't want to be considered a grifter, because I know that's one of the terms, man. Like some of the stuff I've heard and what's going on behind the scenes. And hey, I'm not the YouTube Horology Society police. Hey, you do your channel how you want to do it. That's on you, you know. And you reach out to whoever you want to. That's on you, you know. But keep in mind, integrity. And this is a business too. As much as this is a passion for me, it's also a business, man. Because you know, keep in mind, I like to have fun doing this. I love to include you guys and things of that nature. I love to keep you abreast of what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you about something in just a second. This is a bit, because YouTube, like I have super chats that come through. YouTube pays not a lot, but they pay a small percentage for advertising and stuff like that. And YouTube, they want you to stay on as long as possible. They want you to share stuff out. And and YouTube has, I will say this, something that I have experienced. Oh my, bro. Pardon me. Something that I have experienced is that YouTube has invested in it, like in the people that's bringing more people in, right? I just did a sort of a class for YouTube. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. It was yesterday, right? I have somebody that I can contact if I need help or if I'm struggling. And then when you go through your backstage and stuff like that, you can look at all your analytics and you can just move forward and adjust your channel to how you need to bring more people in, right? One thing that I don't do as much as other people, right? Maybe it's a fault of mine, is I don't ask for subscriptions in the beginning or the end. Sometimes if I think about it, I'm like, hey man, if you like it, subscribe. I feel that, I don't know. You guys are grown. You guys are adults. Sometimes you do need to be reminded. I need to be reminded and stuff like that. So if you are here and you want to subscribe, go ahead. If there's somebody that I've watched in the past or watched currently, and you're like, hey, what do you think of that channel? I'll tell you. And we're talking watches, but I'm going to tell you a show that I watched. Teddy just did, man, I watched it on Zenith. Phenomenal. That has to be, until something else comes out, one of the best shows I've seen, like just interviewing and giving us an idea of what's in it. That was flawless. That was flawless. And how they ended it, man, if you haven't seen it, man, go check it out. And I think that's a good watch, man. At the end of the day, and I mentioned this, and I'm gonna keep in topic with Homage watches. I want you guys to consider this one thing. If or when this comes out, the story is written about Harari, what has inspired man to do things, what has been the most talked about. Man, one watch company above all that's going to be talked about to the end of time is Rolex. AP and all these other watch companies will definitely be mentioned. But if you could think about this one thing, what watch companies do you know right now that has inspired man in one form or another? I don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent. Rolex is one. Yes, most definitely. Casio, most definitely. Seiko, Citizen, Invicta. And then I'm going to throw in micro independent brands as you know what I'm saying, as a secondary, because we're living in an age right now where you got companies like Milifortic popping up. You have Mark from Long Island, which he saw an area that Seiko wasn't fulfilling. And you think about it, man. If you haven't bought into Seiko, or if you like Seiko and you like, man, I would definitely recommend Islander. The customer service is great. The watches are great. The oldest Islander I have is 4 years old now. I think 3 or 4 years old. And no problems. The watch looks amazing, works well. And now he got this buyback program. But think about that for a second. When this overall a look back on horology, there's watch companies that you cannot deny that has inspired man. Like one thing, and I've never done a video on this, and I refuse to do a video on this. Over the past, since the tariffs have surfaced, there are a number of, I'm going to call them, I don't call them whatever, but there's been a lot of videos popped up is saying, is your Rolex or APs, are they made in China, right? And these videos are getting mad views, and I personally, I looked at it and I was like, yo, that's crazy. And I almost made a video on it, responded to it, and then I didn't. I said, because you get credibility to what they're talking about, because you already know it's not. They even made a video about DJ Khaled suing Rolex or something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see that in hip hop news. I didn't see that on any news platform. TMZ didn't cover that. And it's like, these people are just they're making up stuff. They're getting the views, they're getting stuff over there, man. And hey, to each his own. You do what you want to do, man. But I'm just telling you, when it comes to the whole story about horology, man, you have a watch, you own a watch right now, and you have a watch in your possession, I guarantee you, that has forged like the way we look at stuff, the way we buy, the way we feel, the way we interact, how many channels you guys watch. I know some of you guys are subscribed to a ton of watch-based YouTubers. Let me get into the chat real quick. I just got a king turtle on a rubber strap. Does rubber strap irritate anybody else's wrist? Rubber straps don't. Ooh, hey, listen. I just changed out the strap to my Hamilton crosswind. I sent Vic pictures of it. You'll be sure to follow your boots on Spotify. Tony Woe is in the building. Elaborate. Scheme to tax the duck watches. Okay. Didn't think about that, Rob. I said, yo, what's going on, Leo? Welcome in, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you for being here. Brown Girl Bella, thank you for being here. Brown Girl, you know what? We need to do a video. I need to have you on. Because you have a nice watch. And I'd like to talk about it. And I know you like watches. Yeah. I'm inspired. You know, I'm glad you're here because I was inspired by a number of females that are, man, look at that. This thing just blew right on my straw. Man, I saw it fly and I was like, oh, that was beautiful. And it just went, whoop, flew right down on my straw. I might do 74 days of Magnum, not sure yet. Roll is 100% integrated. They control 40% of everything. They have 0 factories outside of Switzerland. The rapper video is false. Yeah, it is, man. It's a lot of falsehoods. But yeah, I would like, and that's the other thing too. I would like to get more lady collectors because there's so many women collectors. So this is an invitation to the lady collectors that want to come on, showcase your watch with Bella. I would love to have you on. I'd love to have you on. I mean, you had me on your channel so many times. I would like, you know, you always welcome here. But I would like to talk about your fancy watch, your nice little timepiece. I ain't gonna tell nobody what you got. People that know the episode that you were talking, they know what you got. All right, Trap. I'm down 48 pounds. Now, good thing is happening. You say that's the only good thing about having. Hey man, I'm just praying that you like, you know what I'm saying, when you hit your surgery, man, that you recover well, man. I just pray that you recover well, bro. Like, real talk. You know, and granted, when I'm done with this, I will upload the review on this one. Now, I will say this. I shared this with some people earlier, last week, just talking on the phone. We're going to do a 1-year review on this watch. And this watch is still going to look the same, but it's not going to have the same movement in the back of this thing. I've talked to a watchmaker, no surprise. And we talked about some alternatives. And I am actually going to get an onion style crown to go on this one. No shade to Milifortic. I do like the watch, but I do like, it's just like buying a car and you like, you take it, your regular 305 in your Chevy, your box Chevy, you take that 305, sell it off to whomever you need to sell it to, take that money and turn around and put you a 350 in that bad boy, 355 or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact, you stroke that thing out, knock it to a 383, get about 5 or some horses out that sucker. That's what I'm going to do to this. I'm gutting it. And I'm putting, I can't tell you what movie I'm putting in there. You'll find out 1 year from today's live. 1 year, this thing is going to undergo surgery. And we're going to have a highly decorated movement. I mean, it's going to be even more decorated than this. Swiss? Possibly. But that's what it's going to be. I enjoy this watch. This watch right now, the way it stands right now is... even with the screw down crown, it is a great watch. I think, especially for the price, man, because everybody don't have $4,000 to $5,000 a drop. You know, shoot. Even if you bought, like right now, Moya Jewelers, they always have a pre-owned Panerai. And I think the lowest price I've ever seen in there was like $3,800 for a radio mirror. But yeah, they go anywhere from 38 to 10,000 pre-owned. You know, just depending on what it is. There was one, I think it was it a Marine special? I think it was a Marine or Navy. I think it was Marine. It was a number limited. And I did a short on this last year. That watch was, man, if I'm telling you, if money was no object, man, that would be that's my speed right there. And I know how some people go crazy over the watches that they love, man. And that's why going back to Teddy, because I was just mentioning this to another collector. If you know, and I no disrespect to anybody that enjoy Rolex, I think it's super dope. I think that's a great company, but when it comes to the chronograph version, I wouldn't even, like, if I have to spend the money, I'm going Zodiac. I mean, not Zodiac. Zenith. I'm going Zenith. I said Zodiac. I'm going Zenith on that all day, every day. I love the way that watch is, man. The way it looks, man. The way it functions, man. Just great. I tried it on, like it. Then it's crazy. 2 weeks after I mentioned Zenith, here comes Teddy with this beautiful video, man. If you haven't seen it yet, man, go check it out, man. And yeah, it's a great watch. It's a great watch. Great look. Trap, do you think Swiss greed is a thing? Of course. Heck yeah. Man, hands down. Yes. And just weighing in, I know nobody asked my opinion on this, but I just want to throw it out there. I hear the word investment, and investment can be used a couple of ways, man. Because I buy like this, I buy or invest in my happiness. I invest in my greed, because sometimes I'm so greedy, and I'm just being honest. I'm so greedy on having just some nice stuff. Just like I've made so many emotional purchases before, right? I bought the Boulevard, man, thinking about my son. I bought, you know, certain watches because, oh man, I saw it in the movie, and I'm like, I gotta have it, you know, or man, that look good with my J's, man. Oh, I gotta get that watch. And like now, I know I have vacation coming up, and I'm like, okay, some of the watches I have already, didn't think about this, but these are great options. But then I'm thinking, what can I get for vacation? What can I, and I don't, and that's the thing, I don't need a watch for vacation. I got plenty. Because I don't care what nobody say, the best watch to wear to make you feel fancy free and just funky whatever you got on is an Invicta timepiece or Aragon. Those are and Islander, Invicta, Aragon make some of the best looking watches that pop off any outfit out there. I don't care what you say, I don't care who you are. And then all up, like, and if we're talking from the AliExpress side of the house, or Addie's Dive, or Watch Dives, like the whole Watch Dives, go through Watch Dives and just go through San Martin. San Martin is one, man, bro, the way that watch looks, the colors, the vibrance, the lume, everything, man, like, it's just crazy. It's crazy, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to get back to you in a minute. Somebody just called. I got all the watches I have, and what do I do? What do I wear every day? My Apple Watch. Hey, I got a solution to that. Brown Girl, there's a company, Ganance. They make a device that you can put underneath your watch, and it goes straight to your phone. It, like, you can actually, it goes off vibration. You can tap it a couple of times to get your music and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it's like great tech. It has great tech. It still tracks your steps and stuff like that. Really great tech. Yeah, for those that want to still wear your analog watch, and you know, all that good stuff. Oris. Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute, Hannibal. You were right. I'm gonna tell you this. Anybody that's watching right now, I'm glad you brought that up, Hannibal. Oris, in my opinion, I've looked at a lot of expensive watches. It's something about the colorways of Oris that really is intoxicating. It is so vibrant, man. It's almost like a hard shell candy, man. It's like you want to bite into the watch, man. That, if you were to spend money, right, and don't have to, like, okay, a lot of us don't want to spend over $500, let alone $1,000. But then when you talk about $2,000 to $3,000, you're like, oh, that's a Oris, hands down. Oris watch. And I don't own one, but I've tried it on. I wore it. I had a chance to just do my thing. Bro, Oris is it. Their colorways, they're unmatched. If there's something out there Outside of like Christopher Ward is cool too. Like I'm thinking about the colorways that they have. I'm trying to think like their dive watches because now I mention these watches not just to go on vacation with, but if like I have some people that's watching that you guys are lifetime cruisers, and I've told you guys something, and I appreciate you guys taking my advice. Don't wait till you get to a cruise to buy an Invicta piece, because you'll do better buying the Invicta before you get there just to have money in your pocket. Now, if you want to buy it just because of the experience, by all means. But don't think you're going on a cruise to get a deal. That's the only one thing I have. Do not think that you're going to a cruise to get a deal from them, period. The only special occasions you're going to get that deal, that was if like Ryan Johnson was there, right? And it was like some type of event going on. Then they have special pricing for you. But that's once in a lifetime type of deal. And that's like organized through a whole bunch of other stuff. Just keep in mind, for those that's cruising, you can buy luxury. They do sell pre-owned Rolexes and stuff on there. And make sure you pay your duty tax on those Rolexes, because I've seen 2 stories where the guy bought it at a discount because it was out in the ocean. They'll tell you, once you get on international waters, you don't have to pay duty and stuff like that. When that man came back, these 2 people that posted, when they came back to the States, they couldn't get their watch off the ship. They was like, "Oh, you have to declare these." They were like, "What?" Yeah. This is over. You spent over a certain dollar amount, over $7,500 or whatever it was. So yeah, make sure if you buy a luxury watch on the ship, you're paying everything. Everything. Get it in writing. Don't let them finagle you, because you got to think, these guys, they're not watch experts, man. They're breezing over some information, then they throwing them to the wolves. They're there for the entertainment value of of your cruise. They're not specialists. Enthusiasts know more about watches than these people on the ships. No disrespect. And I got people from India that have been on ships, and that's their job. No disrespect. I mean, none. You guys do a great job, but like, being honest, when you come across somebody that's unknowing, unsuspecting, and they buy that thing, it's better for you to know this or get this information before. They just don't equip these guys and ladies to do it. Did they have a lady? I think it was all guys. I don't think I've ever seen a lady sell watches on the ship. If you have, you know what I'm saying? You have. I haven't. Let's see. The new Invicta F1 watch is pretty cool. Push button F1. Yeah, I saw that. I think it's dope. I double wrist regular watches and Apple watches. Yeah, that's the thing. Now I need one of those. Quietly, there are Rolex ADs on some cruises. No waiting or wait list. No tax. Ooh, okay. No tax in Oregon and Pennsylvania. I was loving that, man. I go to Pennsylvania just to be like, "Hey, man, take my money." Take it, bro. I ain't gotta pay taxes. That was one thing I loved about the military, man. Going to the PX, no taxes, man. And the cost of what it was super low, man. It was lower than what people was paying out here in the street, man. Man, I missed that. Now, I do have a PX, not too far from me, though. I can actually walk to that PX from here. It's like, how far is that? A mile from my house? About a mile. This on about 3/4 of a mile. It was nice to see a lady seller on our cruise. Oh, you had a lady seller? Okay, I've never seen that. Nike headquarters, Rolex boutiques, Omega, out there. No. Hey, Hannibal, let's do a road trip, bro. Let's do a road trip. Oh, man. Disney Cruise Line has a great Rolex section on their watch store. I've yet to get on one of those. Problem with that, Oscar, tariffs and shipping. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, I read that. I want to make sure. Carnival Frenzy. Fleetwood Brougham is ready. Ha! That's what's up, man. All right, surgery Monday. Oh, you got surgery this Monday? Be praying. I'll be praying, bro. I have a few cute things. Brown girl, I'm gonna set that up, man, so we can. I'm gonna reach out to you. We got to talk and catch up anyway. You feel me? Four in the trunk. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna bug out of here. I got to do this thing called work today, and yeah, my job called me this morning and had some things to say. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're watching employment, it is what it is, man. I work within the constraints of what I have. You feel me? So yeah, I'll be in there today. Doing my thing. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this all day today though. I don't know. I may wear this all day. I may change out. But it's a beautiful thing of having watches. Let's do this, y'all. We about to end it. We about to land this plane, you feel me? So if you made it this far in the replay, I appreciate you. If you didn't, you wouldn't know what I'm saying anyway. So for the new folks in the back that's watching, you like it, hey, subscribe. I will have some upcoming episodes where all of us get to talk. We'll do like a state of the collection there. You know, the people that's on the panel will get a chance to showcase their watches. I have the watches, like we got Father's Day coming up, so that one's gonna be a rough one because it is. But I will bring the Boulevard out. I haven't shown it since I debuted it a couple weeks back. I haven't sized it. I haven't touched it. It's been in the box. And the day before, I will size it for the live that I have scheduled. Well, I will schedule. And we'll go from there. I have a new hat that I just designed at lids with my son's information on it and stuff like that. And that's what it's going to be. Keep in mind, this is a hobby that all of us that subscribed or everybody that's watching, there's 12 people in the building. There was 23 at one point. For all the people that's watched and things of that nature, most of us have watches, if not all of us. If you don't have a watch, you still love watches, that still make you an enthusiast. For whatever reason you don't have a watch is your reason. But let's not take this thing for granted. And if you invest in your happiness, and that was the point I was trying to make earlier. If you invest in your happiness, that's an investment. If you invest to flip or to like, I don't want to lose money, that's your prerogative. You know, most people that I hang around, a lot of us just like collecting watches and like hearing about the next best thing. For all my Invicta collectors, I did send out a text message to a number of you guys today. I do have somebody that's selling a bunch of nice pro divers, man, like the older ones, the like, can we call it vintage at this point? I guess like they're original. Some of them are original bezel, some of the 1953s that people missed out on. Pricing is going to be fair. Hold up. I bet you somebody got in an accident, man. We got this one street, it's notorious for accidents. The ambulance at least 3 times a day, this one street. I don't know what it is. People just get stupid. But yeah, for those that are looking for pro divers, right? 44 millimeters, 40 millimeters, colorways that you can't get right now, one of which there's one in there, your boy got to get that, or I got to get that one because I missed that one. And yeah, so if you need the information and I didn't hit you up, reach out to me if you're interested, you know what I'm saying, and I can get that information. And the prices are good to where you can buy multiple. And you know that's what Invicta collectors do anyway. We don't buy one at a time. Bruh, we go crazy. All right? So, all right, I'm done. We got anything else? Steinhardt. Do I like Steinhardt? Steinhardt is on cruises, too. I almost bought one when I was on there, man. Got some beautiful stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, when I go on my vacation, I'm going to show you, man, I'm going live because I'm going to have the internet package. I'm going live from this thing. Y'all will see what's happening. You know what's happening. I can't wait. I can't wait to go on vacay. Can't wait. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it so much. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay. JJ is proof of that never just one watch. Exactly. Hey, man. Jay Jones is my ops, man. He my ops. Just know that. Jay Jones, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about this thing, man. Appreciate you guys for watching. Peace out to everybody, man. I hope you guys be safe. I hope you guys have the most phenomenal weekend that you can possibly have for one individual, man. Go out and be great. Go out and enjoy, man. Spread love across the world and all the good stuff, man. And don't be ashamed of wear your watch out, whether it be high priced or a homage, or, you know what I'm saying? You want to look at 20-year-old brands, you know what I'm saying? That's not micro. They're independent. Yeah. So anyway, I'm out of here, because I'll be here all day talking to y'all. Till the next light strike, man. Y'all be blessed. Appreciate y'all for watching. Much love.